Good morning, everyone, and Happy New Year. Yay! So I am not very good at doing my notes this week, and I apologize. I'm taking the thing out now, and I will write some things down, and I do have my iPad so I can look some things up. But my name is Tammy, and I am a crafter, and this is my knitting vlog number 14, and this is the first one of 2019. So, and today happens to be January 1st. How about that? January 1, 2019, first time I've written it. And I'm gonna write podcast 14. So, let's see. I am in central Indiana, in a smaller town called Fishers, Indiana, which is just north of Indianapolis. And we have lived here since 2002. I grew up in Indianapolis. I didn't go to Indianapolis Public Schools, but I went to a metropolitan school district. And so then I moved away to Bloomington, where I went to college. And then I moved away to Louisville, where I had my first job. My dog is jumping up here, so I am trying to hold the tripod. And sorry about that, guys. And then we moved back here in 2002. I have two children. Both of them were born in Louisville, and they were almost 2 and almost 4 when we moved back here. So they have spent most of their life here. And my son is a freshman at IU, and my daughter is a junior at Taylor University. So she is studying elementary ed, and my son is not sure yet. So that's a little bit about me. I have been knitting since December of 2017, so just a little over a year. I taught myself with YouTube videos, so I don't consider that self-taught just because I didn't read books and learn how to do it. I did watch videos, and Taz, stop. He's moving and making the camera jiggle and jangle. Taz. That is my dog. So I loved Shandy from Expression Fiber Arts. Excuse me. 'Tis the season for runny noses. And she taught me a lot. So if any of you guys are new knitters and want to learn some things, check out videos online. I would highly recommend Expression Fiber Arts, and there's one called Very Pink, I think is her name, or her channel name. Check her out too. There's a lot. I can't even tell you all of them. There's just so many. So finished objects. I didn't write down the date of my last one. I'm kind of a dingbat in that way. I need to do it all, and I don't. I always seem to miss something. Crazy. Yeah, I don't see that I wrote it down. Anyway, I have a pit bull who we rescued, or he maybe rescued us. I'm not, the jury's still out on that. I love this dog. His name is Taz. We've had him since 2017. April 1st is the day that we got him. And we also have two cats named Fuzzy and Jambo, and they are brothers, and we got them in 2013. They were born October 2nd, and we got them November 16th. So I remember those days because October 2nd is close to my son's birthday, and we got them on my husband's birthday. So that's easy enough to remember. But I do love my fur babies. I love all things critters, and yeah, they are absolutely part of our family, for sure. So anyway, I have a couple finished objects, and I'm looking to see if I showed you what Katie had given me for Christmas, and I don't see that I did, so I'm going to share that first. So for Christmas, I don't know if I shared this or not, but she made everyone scarves. Very, very sweet. And she made me this beautiful pink one, and I kind of feel like I did show it last time, but if I did, just entertain me again. And look at the palms she put on the bottom. Isn't that cute? So it's a very nice scarf. I love it. The only thing that I don't particularly love about it is that it sheds a lot. So And right now I'm wearing black, which is fine. I wear black a lot, and most of the time I'm fine with it shedding, but today I wanted to wear something different, so I'm not going to put this on to show you, but I have had it on in other videos, I am sure, because I love it, and I do wear it, and it's super warm, and it's just made with love, and it was just beautiful. Another finished object I have is this hat, and it's called the Braided Cable Hat. I think I'm going to open my Ravelry. And if you guys don't know about Ravelry, if you guys are new to knitting or yarning, fiber crafting, check out Ravelry. It is so good. And my username is TT.Scraps, as it is on just about everything. So if you want to friend me there, you can. You can see all of the projects that I do. I do try to include everything on there. So if I do make a project, I always try to include the yarn and the project start date, end date, all that good stuff. So be sure to check that out if you are so interested in any of the things that I talk about. And I don't know if you've seen, but on Instagram there is a post going around that has the 9 things that you'd like to knit, or not the 9, but 9 things that you'd like to knit or craft in 2019, and I did do that too. So you can check out my Instagram. Again, that's TT.Scraps. Sorry, I know that this is moving. It's my dog. I have 9 things. Some of them are rather big things that I am nervous about getting done. Projects, there we go. I'm like, where is my thing? But I am pretty excited about it. So this hat was called the Braided Cable Chunky Hat. And it is, I used the Lion brand Woolies Thick and Quick, and it's by Prem Knits, P-R-E-M Knits. And this is what it looks like. And I have yarn in here to make a bobble if I want to on the top. I think it's super cute. I really like this. Whoops. I'm not a big hat wearer, so pardon me. It's probably not the best. I'd have to play with it a little bit to make it look decent on me, but it has a little bit of slouch up here. It's a little, you know, you could pull it way down over your ears if you wanted to. You know, you could get snugly warm in it. It's really cute. And I don't know if I want to do this kind of bobble, like a yarn bobble, or if I want to do a faux fur bobble, or if I just want to leave it plain. One of my friends that I trust her opinion, she was like, just leave it plain because it has a lot going on. I am more of a bobble person, and I don't know yet what I'm going to do with it, but that is probably, this hat is either going to be a charity hat or a gift hat. I'm not sure which, but that's what that is for. I do a lot of charity hats, and I enjoy that very much. Another finished object that I have is my, and I know that I've shown this before. Oh, whoops, I'm not in my projects anymore. This is called the Winter Lake, I think, shawl. I'm trying to find it. But you haven't seen it since it was blocked. I don't know how it sorts them. And I did do a lot of projects in 2018. I was going to count them for you. And I'm lying, this isn't the Winter Lake one. This is the Sunset Shawl by Joji Locatelli. No wonder I was like, what? I'm just not showing this? I'm a dingbat, I really am. But I blocked it. You can see that some of my cables aren't even, so clearly I didn't do my counting correctly. But I love the wavy kind of edgy on the bottom, how it's like pretty and different. And you can wear this kind of over your shoulders. This is the opposite side, but you could wear it over your shoulders like this if you wanted to, or you could wear it this way, which is probably the way that I might wear it more often. I'm not really sure yet. I haven't worn this yet. I just got finished blocking it just a couple of days ago, and I Honestly haven't worn it, but I do like it. And I love the cabling. I don't want to wear it like over my shoulders necessarily though, so I'm trying to wear it a different way, and this might be the way. So I think I might leave this on for the podcast and check it out as I am going. And then the other, oops, sorry about that. I have 2 more finished projects. This is a crazy way to podcast, and I do apologize. With my dog on the couch that I'm using as a pillow, but oh well. I did finish a little cardigan sweater for a baby, and this is in Malabrigo yarn, and it's Malabrigo Rios, and it's in the color Sunset, and I am in love with it. I think it is just gorgeous, and it is a little coffee bean cardigan is the name of the pattern, and it's by Elizabeth Smith. And one of you guys are the one who told me about this pattern, and I thought, ooh, I want to check it out. It shows it striped, and she said that she had done it striped, and she's also done it plain, and I just really wanted to use this yarn, so that's what I did. And I didn't put any buttons on it. And I didn't put any buttonholes, because there is a way to button for boys and a way to button for girls, and I kind of thought this would be a unisex one, and I didn't know which way I wanted to put the buttons, so I just decided to leave no buttonholes, and instead what I might do is add either snaps or with faux buttons or just snaps. We'll see how it works out, or I could just leave it open. Either way, it's really cute. So that is that, and this has not been blocked, which is why this keeps curling under. So I probably won't even block this until I need it, because I do not need any baby sweaters, but I just love to make them because they're so darn fun and they're quick. This was 1 skein, and it took the whole skein. I was going to show you how much I had left, but I think I tossed it, but it was like 3 yards left, maybe. I mean, a very, very small amount. And this is the 12-month size, so I did make a larger one of these. And I'm just keeping stuff for future baby in a drawer upstairs just to have, but it's, you know, it's just fun. And then finally I finished another shawl, kind of. It's called, well, it is a shawl. I kind of finished it. It's the Dreidel Shaw, and it is from, I'm looking to see so I can tell you, Teresa Hawkins, and it's a 3-color shawl, and it's one of my first shawl projects that is this big that I'd ever started, and it's pretty big in the way that it goes, and it's supposed to be a triangle, and I don't know how I ended up with mine looking all ruffly, because that is not how the pattern goes. I totally screwed up something. I don't know if I didn't add enough rows or what I did here, but I can tell you that I ended up with over 360 stitches that I was doing per row, and it was a lot, and it's just garter stitch, so it's just knit. I actually put in a little bit of lace here just because I wanted to add something to it. There's a little bit of lace there, that was part of it, but I added a row of lace just because I was so bored just doing the garter. But clearly I did something that I shouldn't have done, and I have not blocked this, nor have I woven in the ends, and I still plan on doing that, but I'm not exactly sure. After all this work, I'm not exactly sure if I even like it, because I mean, I haven't blocked it, so I will, but I mean, I think I could maybe wear it like this and maybe like it okay. I don't know, but I know I don't like it like this because I feel like a clown with these ruffles around my neck. I don't know. I spent a ton of time on this, and clearly the yarn, it's Malabrigo Rios, is not inexpensive, and so this was an expensive shawl in my opinion, and I don't want it to go to waste. my daughter thought that maybe I could make a cute little dress for a kid out of it, and that is something that I could maybe do, but I really wanted it to be a shawl, so I'm still going to try for that. So hopefully by next podcast I will have blocked it and you guys can see what I have done with it so that we'll know if I can wear it or not. Because right now I am not sure, but I am going to wear my Hohi Locatelli one. But I am wearing it, like I said, not exactly like it was intended, because it was intended to go over your shoulders. But I'm not. And I think I could even tie these so that it wouldn't go anywhere and maybe make it like a bandana style. I don't know. We'll see. I think it's all right. And I have a couple more shawls in the works. So this one still needs to be blocked. Let's see. I don't even think I brought any of the shawls that I have still in the works over, because I am not actively working on them. Oh, is this one? No. So I do not have an active shawl that I'm actively working on. I have them and they're in the other room and I plan on finishing them. I just haven't been working on them this last week. So I'm not going to even talk about them. What I will talk about is I made a sweater for myself, and I made it probably back in October, and it was made with the Woolies Thick and Quick, and it looked like it was going to be a great pattern, and I was super happy about it. I bought it on Etsy, and it called for the wool and gang yarn, and I don't know if you've ever used that, but it's really chunky and fun. But it said that something equivalent was the Woolies, so I thought, well, I'm just going to use the Woolies because it's a lot less expensive. So I bought that, and I made myself a sweater using this ice blue color, which is just beautiful. But this sweater was horrible. I am not even going to lie. It was so big. First of all, it was 18 times too big for me. Second of all, I used way too big of needles, so it was full of holes. And third of all, I'm already a pretty chunky girl. I don't need a big old chunky sweater. It just didn't look good on me. So then I wanted to make two to start. I wanted to make one for me in this color, and then I wanted to make one for my daughter in a lavender color. And I will try to remember to post a picture of her in hers at the end. I ended up making hers, and I used smaller needles so the holes in the sweater weren't so big. And of course I used a lot less yarn, and I sized hers a lot more correctly, and hers looks cute and she loves it, so that is great. I gave that to her for her birthday, and I know that I showed that sometime, but I will try to remember to put a picture at the end of her in it. So I frogged mine this morning, and I took all of the yarn out, and I have 4 to this size balls of yarn. Crazy. So this was the front and the back, and then the smaller balls were the arms. So yeah, I have tons of this yarn, and I am going to work on something, I think, for Katie in it again. And then I also think I'm going to make some more thick and chunky hats for me to give away, because I love them. I think they're really pretty. I don't know that I'll do this pattern because I like to switch up my patterns, but I don't know that I won't do this pattern. It was really cute and I like it. So, and these are really easy to make. These take about a day. You can make a hat in a day for sure. Same with these little baby sweaters. It takes a couple or 3 days to make one of these usually, but they're so stinking cute. So that's fun. So that's what I was working on this morning. I also have a couple sweaters for myself on the needles. I did 2 Christmas cast-ons, and they're both sweaters for me. One of them is called the February. I'm going to pull it up. Do I not have it on here? That is just crazy if I don't. I was like dying to start this. I'm a dingbat. I need to get this one on here. I know I even took pictures and everything. I don't see it, so I am a dingbat. I will get this on, but I am using Malabrigo Rios, go figure, in the color English Rose. and I am making the February sweater, the February lady sweater, and it is by Pamela Wynn of FlintKnits.com, but this is what it looks like. And it was a free pattern. You can get it on Ravelry, and I think it's just adorable. I might do short sleeves on mine, I'm not sure, but this is what I have so far. It's a neck, or is that what you say, a neck down, top down? So this is the top of it. And I'm just working down, and it is just garter stitch right now, but I love this color. It's just beautiful. So you put markers where the shoulder, where your arms will be, and then the front and the back, or the front panels and the back. So I have started this. I have plenty of yarn in my project bag. I've balled up two skeins, so I'm still working on the first, and this is what I still have of my first skein, and that is going well, and I am just working. I have a little while still. I probably have at least 10 more rows before I start separating for my sleeves, so I still have a little while, and it is just kind of, I mean, everything is growing right now. It's getting bigger, so it's just garter stitch, so it's just knit, 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 even though it's straight. It's pretty fun to make. And then the other one I have on the needles is my Turtledove by Espace Tricot, and this is a top-down sweater as well, and I put a little more. It called for 4 inches of ribbing for the neck, and I made 6, and then now I am working on the body, and this is increasing right now, and I am using this beautiful Drops Air. It is a medium thick blown yarn made of baby alpaca and merino wool, and this is Drops equivalent to the Norfolk, not far, Luft. And I have used Luft in another project and I loved it. I do like that one a little bit better. This is a little bit more sticky, like it sticks to itself a little bit more, and then it also kind of sticks to your fingers a little bit more, especially if you have any snags on your fingernails or fingers, and I tend to get those a lot in the winter months. So but it's still wonderful to work with, and it's, I mean, it seems like it is knitting up pretty well. You can see some of the bunches. I don't think that those are mess ups really. I think that that will just block out. I'm not real worried about it. My dog is moving again. Lay down, Taz. The things we do. Lay down. He hears me and he wants to be over with me. He loves to sit on my lap, but it's not happening right now. Okay, sorry. So I think it's beautiful, and this is in the color, I want to say Victorian Rose. Oh, you know what? I can look on my Ravelry. This is my Turtledove, and that's what I named it, Tammy's Turtledove. And it is in the colorway Heather, sorry. But it is like an English rose color. So I am doing 2 pink sweaters for myself. Can you guess what my favorite color is? And I have this in my beautiful Mrs. Brown's bag that I am in love with. And in this bag, which I also love, it is a 2 I don't know who it's by. I was hoping that there was a name on it, but I don't see one. I know I did a video of it, but it has a zipper pocket in the middle, and then it has 2 sections. So you can do like a 2 together sock or whatever they call it, or you can do something that you have 2 balls together, and that's what I'm doing. So I have a ball of Norfolk Far, Norfolk Far, F-A-R, with the little thing over the A, so I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly. This stuff is so soft and luxurious. It really truly is an amazing yarn. And then I also have some Shibui Silk Cloud. So I am using these 2 together to make myself a hat. And this is what I have so far. I'm still working on the ribbing. I just cast this on after midnight. Actually, I casted it on before midnight, and then I had to frog it because I messed up. I wasn't doing the ribbing. I was started with the body for whatever reason. So this is going to be a tread hat. And I just think it's really cool with those together. I'm hoping that I like it when it's all done. Let me tell you who this is by. It's a popular pattern, and it is called Tread, T-R-E-A-D. And it is by Shannon Cook. So I think this is my first pattern from her. But I bought a little booklet that she has, and it was called Within, and this is within that booklet. And I am using, Woolfolk Far and Shibui Knits Silk Cloud. And the colors that I'm using are Poppy, and then the Norfolk, Woolfolk doesn't put a number, but it's or a name, but it's the number 6. So it's like a tan color, and then a Poppy. And so together and the Poppy is kind of orangey. But I love it. I think it looks really cute, and it's super soft. I can't wait to have this on my face or on my head because I think it'll be really nice and warm. And I don't really wear hats, so I was tempted to change it to a cowl because I tend to wear those a little bit more. But I really wanted to make this pattern, so I'm sticking with it. So that's one of my cast-ons. Oh, I do have one more thing that I'm working on. And then I don't have this casted on yet, but I plan on casting on today. This is TP, and it is by Wild Indian Fiber. And you can find her on Etsy. And oh, here it is. And she's the one that I get a lot of my Malabrigo Rios from. She does beautiful work. I didn't even know she dyed yarn, but this is one of her hand-dyed yarns, and it is 210 yards, and it says to use a US size 6 to 8. It's Cormo wool from Peru, and it's hand-dyed Cormo wool, and like I said, the colorway is TP, and it is just really, really pretty. And I plan on making some slippers with this. So I will see how that works out, but I am excited about that because I have been wanting to make slippers, and I found a recipe. I found a pattern that I really like, and it looks like it's one that I can do because I have tried to do slippers over and over again, and every time I have failed because I don't know what I'm doing. The heel is crazy. I need to just go to a knit class or whatever and learn how to do socks and heels and understand all of that because I struggle with that. So there is that, and that is going to be something that I cast on, I believe, today. And then, what is in this bag? Oh, nothing. I finished what was in this bag. So I have an empty project bag. So I'm going to put that over there. So I'm going to cast on something with these today, and I'm going to cast on something, and I'm going to cast on those slippers. And then I also have a hat going that I just love so far, and this is called the Braided Hat. I am using Malabrigo Rios again, and this is the colorway Cereza, which is, oops, let me just show you. And this is a pattern by Laura Heisler, H-E-I-S-L-E-R. And again, it's called Mocks and Cables Hat. And I think it is a paid-for pattern, so I won't share any of it, but it is knitting up beautifully. I really, really like it. Started out with some ribbing down here that continues up, and it's just going to be really cute. So those kind of cable, and then there's a smaller cable, and then there's the bigger cables again. I mean, so it's just a mixture of mocks and cables, I guess. So it is just really cute, and it's a fun pattern. It keeps me entertained, and I really like it. So I don't know how much bigger I'm going to make it. Probably not too awfully much compared it to another hat, but it's got a lot of stretch to it, so it will fit lots of different sized heads, I think, which is a fun, neat pattern. And I love the Malabrigo Rios. It's so soft and cushy. It's just beautiful, beautiful yarn. And I'm using these cute stitch markers that I also got from Wild Indian Fiber. There are little donuts, and then there's a chocolate chip cookie to remind me of this is the beginning of the row, and then these are just the separations of the just different cable sections. Oh, is that a dropped stitch or just a mess up? A split stitch is what that was. Just had to fix it, and it looks great. So yeah, I am really excited about this. I haven't worked on it for a couple of days, but I don't know, I love it. So, and I had it as a travel knit in this little travel bag, and you just put these through here, and then you can hold it and knit as you go, which is phenomenal. I love this. And I don't think I showed this bag, but I just got this and I did do a video on it, but this is a bag by Bags by Awesome Granny, and it's Dysfunctional Family, and it is too funny. Don't make me come in there. I love those pills Dr. didn't prescribe. I feel so calm and relaxed. Sure, I heard you, honey. And there was one that's it, I've had enough of your whining. Brian, pull over. She's spending the rest of the trip in the trunk. And then, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? So it's really cute. It's just fun, dysfunctional family stuff. And the inside is lined with green polka dots. And I love polka dots. So, very cool. And it is a rather large bag, although it doesn't hold all 4 of those balls of yarn because that was a lot of yarn. And I think that is everything that I wanted to show you. I did want to share a favorite podcast that I've been watching, and it is the Cozy Up with the Stitchin' Sisters. They are from Grand Prairie, Canada. They are just lovely. There's 4 of them. There is a girl and then a girl. I think they're like 37, 35, and no, I think they're 36, 33, and 30 or something like that years old. And 2 of them, the youngest 2, are twins. And they are just super sweet, and they make some designs. They have some designs up on Ravelry. I have purchased some, so you guys will be seeing some of those hopefully in 2019. And yeah, my 2019 is just going to consist of a lot of the same as far as knitting goes. I want to learn to crochet, so that's something that I want to do. Knitting, I want to just continue to make, and I want to be able to give hats for charity, so that's on my list. I want to make myself sweaters, so I am working on those. I want to try some newer like brioche patterns that I haven't done. So I have a lot of learning to do. I'm still at the phase almost that I don't know what I don't know, and I'm not afraid to try some of the harder techniques because I don't know what I don't know. But I am having a ton of fun knitting. I love it, love it, love it. Like I literally dream of it, and I literally think about it all the time. I mean, it's really a lifestyle for me now. For whatever reason, I don't know how it hit me so hard, but it sure did, and I just am so happy with it. I do plan on making some knitted gifts for Christmas, and that's partly what some of these hats are for. I want to do color work gloves. I'm even kind of thinking of doing a color work glove a month, or at least a mitten, not gloves, mittens. I'm not doing the whole finger things, but I am thinking that I might do a pair a month is kind of where I'm going with that. I haven't casted on any for this month, but I still have some from last year that I haven't finished. I'm going to consider everything that I finish in 2019 a finished object for 2019. And so if I casted it on last year, it's not going to count as last year. It will count as this year if I finish it this year. So I have several projects that are still in the works. If you watch my Ravelry queue or my projects list, you can see that. I do have a queue on Ravelry too, but take that with a grain of salt because that's totally wishful thinking. Like these are things that I think I'd like to make, but it's not in really any order that I want to make them in. But there's a lot in my queue. There's over 100 projects in my queue. I don't expect to get those all done by any stretch, but I am excited to try and do lots of newer things. These sweaters are huge for me. If I get those done, I will be super proud of myself, and I hope that I do, and I hope that I wear them. I am I really think I will. So, I mean, my plan is that I am. Otherwise, why would I even start it? So I am pretty excited about that. Oh, and I didn't share with you my coffee that I'm drinking. So I have some Cinnabon flavored coffee just from my K-Cup and French vanilla creamer. That's what I am drinking this morning, and it's almost getting cold. I made it right before I started, and I was going to share that with you first thing, and I totally forgot, but oh, it is so good. It is my favorite. And I know I'm still using the same knitting cup that I have been using. I do wash it, and then I just use it again. I just love it. It's a beautiful size, a beautiful size. It's a wonderful size, perfect size for me. It holds my coffee or my tea, and it's just great. And then I also, oh, if I want to put whipped cream on it, it holds that beautifully. So it's just wonderful, and it's a beautiful mug, and it feels good. It's a nice size and a nice weight. So it's a perfect mug. I got it from David's Tea. My dog is still moving. And then I also have my Kool-Aid in my unicorn cup that I often will wash and reuse too. This is not one that I put in the dishwasher. I haven't even put that in the dishwasher, not because it can't go in the dishwasher, just because I wash it by hand and then reuse it. But this one I do wash by hand and reuse this one, and I love it. I love my little mug. But yeah, that is what I have been up to. So I hope that you guys check out my favorites and check out the Cozy Up Sisters, Stitchin' Sisters. I think they go, let me just check real quick. I'm a dingbat. They have a Ravelry group too. And I think it's just Cozy Up Knits, but Cozy Up Knits. Yes, Cozy Up Knits. And that's their little logo. Oh gosh, that's not coming up at all. Oh, it says 4 little girls. It's super cute. Everything about them is just adorable. So they are definitely a favorite, and I hope that you guys check them out. And I have some more things coming, and you will see several yarn hauls coming up because I purchased a lot of things during the week of Christmas, and I should be getting those already, and you will be seeing some hauls, and hopefully then you will also be seeing some finished objects. So I will see you again in a week, 10 days, something like that, 2 weeks, somewhere around there with my next video. But until then, happy knitting. Bye guys.